Lexy. Welcome back to my channel, or if you are new here, welcome. Today I'm finally going to be filming my fridge organization video. I have gotten so many video requests to do this, so I'm finally going to be getting my refrigerator organized. We have quite a bit to do. I'm looking in my fridge right now and there's a lot to tackle. So we're going to be getting this refrigerator organized. I ordered everything from Amazon, all the organization tools we're going to need. It was super affordable. Everything we're going to be using in this video is under $30. So if you want your fridge to be nice and organized on a budget, stay tuned. We are going to be following the KonMari method, so I'm going to be removing everything out the fridge. We're going to get it wiped down nice and clean. I did remove all the drawers last week, so I'm not sure if I'm going to have to remove them again, but we're going to be wiping up any spills in there, getting it cleaned. I will share with you guys the bins in just a second, and we're going to get everything nice and pretty. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy it, and let's get started. Okay, so the organization we're going to be using for this fridge, I actually picked this up from Amazon. It is a 8-piece set. This is how it looks. And this was $27. It was when I purchased it, at least. I'm saying that because Amazon always fluctuates the prices. But it was $27 when I bought it a couple of days ago. And it comes with 8 pieces. So we're gonna get all of this washed. I'm just gonna kind of show you how it looks. So you get 4 of these large containers, which is really nice. And actually, I messed this up. These are the large ones. So you get 4 of this size, and then you get 4 of this size. I definitely don't think I'm going to be able to use all 8 of these, but I thought these would be perfect to organize underneath the bathroom sink. I could do so much with these clear bins, so I was okay having more. We may use all of them, I'm not sure. But we're going to get these washed, and then we are going to take care of everything in the fridge. All right, so this is the before of how the fridge is looking. I do a pretty good job at keeping the fridge clean. I do take everything out once a week and just kind of wipe everything down, so we shouldn't have too much expired foods or spills in the fridge. I strongly recommend keeping up with weekly cleanings on your fridge, but as you can see, nothing is organized. There's so much stuff that I don't even know I have back there. I do a lot of meal prepping, so we have a lot of food prep containers going on. Garlic's up there. I can't really see what's behind the garlic. We have some vegetables, so we just have a lot of stuff. These are the condiments. There's a lot of these that I don't use, so I probably can get rid of a few of them. I definitely need to wipe down all of these because I haven't did that in a while. So that's something we're going to take care of. Here's what's in the inside of the drawers. We just have some lemon. I do a lot of lemon water. I'm not maximizing my space because we have a lot of empty space. I could definitely be taking a lot of these products and putting it in the drawer. And then we have this one, which is vegetables, but then we have more vegetables all over, so it doesn't really make sense. And then in this bottom one, I have my onions and sweet potatoes. I'm pretty good about keeping this organized. I picked up those little baskets from Dollar Tree. I actually recently saw them there, so you should be able to find them. And then I just put a paper towel at the bottom, so that way the onion peels don't get at the bottom of the fridge. It should still be clean, because I did wipe it down last week, so that should be pretty good. But here is another shot of the before. Here's a shot of the before of the freezer. We have this packed up so much. We're kind of out of space. We are actually in search of a deep freezer for the garage. Everything is back ordered right now with everything going on. I guess everyone is trying to bulk buy like we are. So we have tons of meats back here. We actually need to go to the grocery store and get more because I think we're completely out of fish. So we need to make some space. I'm gonna try to organize this the best way I possibly can. We usually don't have this much stuff, but I try to not get my meats too often from Costco. I kind of try to go once a month, so I pick up tons of stuff to last us. So if I can figure out a better organization situation for this, that will help out so much. And then here's how this is looking. I'm sure that is expired. I kind of just need to go through everything. We have a lot going on the side. So the first thing I wanted to take care of before we get started with our fridge organization, I wanted to get all of the bins nice and clean. I strongly recommend washing your bins before using them, especially in a fridge organization, because we're going to be putting food items inside the bin. So I wanted to get them nice and clean. I wanted to talk a little bit about the bins I decided to use. So before this, I was using 100% Dollar Tree organization in the fridge, and it worked out for a few months, but I was noticing that my bins were cracking and breaking because I'm always in my fridge pulling things out. So I recommend investing a little bit in your fridge organization. The Dollar Tree bins are good for certain items, but if you want your bins to last you forever, I think these are a really good investment, and I plan to always have these. So now that we have all of our bins nice and clean, we're going to go ahead and start on our fridge organization. So I recommend starting by taking every single item out. So that way you can not only wipe everything down, you can also check and make sure nothing's expired. Now I do clean out my fridge once a week. I like to start with a clean slate whenever I'm going to the grocery store. So there shouldn't be too many spills in here, and there shouldn't be too much expired foods. That is really important to keep your fridge cleaned out weekly, so that way you're not having things in your fridge that are expired. I've definitely been guilty of that, having some mold grow in my fridge, which is definitely not good. Now that we have everything removed, I am using a all-natural multi-surface spray. I strongly recommend in the fridge where you're going to be storing food to use a natural cleaner. Try to use one that doesn't have any scents to it, because me personally, I don't want any scents in my fridge. I don't want my food smelling like the product I'm using. So this is just an all-natural multi-surface spray. It has no toxins in it, and it also has no scents as well. So it's perfect for cleaning out the fridge. I will link it down in the description box for you guys. So I did have a couple of trays in my fridge that were just kind of sticky and had some sauces at the bottom. So I hand washed those, and the ones that weren't too bad, I just wiped out with a microfiber cloth and that multi-surface spray. So we are starting to put all of our veggies back in the fridge. So a lot of these vegetables I already had washed from when I went to the grocery store. So you'll see me just putting certain ones in there. And then some I got last night, and I knew I was going to be filming this video, so I saved them to wash in this video. I like to have all of my potatoes and sweet potatoes and fruits and veggies washed. So that way when I am cooking a recipe, I literally can just pull it out the fridge and get cooking. So we eat a lot of fresh vegetables. I don't really like frozen vegetables too much. I'll eat them if I have to, but I like it fresh. So I am just washing some zucchini and some peppers, and I'm getting it dried off. And then we're going to be moving to our other veggies and fruits as well. So I just started back drinking my celery juice in the morning. So I wanted to get my celery juice all prepped out. I wanted to get it chopped up first, and then we're going to be washing it. So that way when I wake up in the morning and I go to make my celery juice, I can just literally put it straight in my juicer and not have to worry about chopping it and washing it.
In your arms, come let me love you now. Yeah, you're the one that I want. I wanna stay here. I wanna stay here with you. I wanna stay here with you. La 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 la. La 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 la. I wanna stay here with you. La la la.
So now that we have all of our produce washed, our veggies washed, we are ready to get everything added back in the fridge. So you're going to start seeing me add things in the fridge. I do wipe down all of my products with the disinfecting wipe before I come home from the grocery store and put it in the fridge. But you will still see me wiping down some products if it had like a spill on it or it was a little bit sticky. You will see me wiping it down, so that way I'm putting clean products in my clean fridge.
Come let me hold you now. I wanna lay in your arms. Come let me love you now. Yeah, you're the one that I want. I wanna stay here. I wanna stay here with you. I wanna stay here with you. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. I wanna stay here with you.
And I did wash these potatoes down the other day when I bought them from the grocery store, but I would recommend when you wash your potatoes, don't put them back in the bag it came in, because there was a lot of like loose water at the bottom. So I had to dry a few of them off so that way they were nice and dry and I'm not putting them in wet. So for now on, when I wash my potatoes, I will make sure to store them in this clear container versus putting them back in the bag they came in.
Thinking we are too much. Look at me, I'm in a bad situation. Look at him, he's got a bad reputation. They be looking at us. Why do I need to be good all the time? I'm wrapped around his finger, but he is mine. Don't care what they say, too late anyway. Why do I need to be good all the time? Yeah, he gets when I'm in a bad mood. Then he knows how to make it alright. Yeah, I get that you got a history, but I don't wanna think about no other than us. They look at me, I'm in a bad situation. Look at him, he's got a bad reputation. They be looking at us, thinking we are too much. Look at me, I'm in a bad situation. Look at him, he's got a bad reputation. They be looking at us. Why do I need to be good all the time? I'm wrapped around his finger, but he is mine. Don't care what they say, too late anyway. Why do I need to be good all the time? Nah, nah, nah. No drama, no drama, yeah. Nah, nah, nah. No drama, yeah, yeah. Nah, nah, nah. No drama, yeah.
So now we're moving on to the freezer. You're going to see me working a lot faster on this than I did the fridge because I wanted to get the products in and out. I didn't want the products sitting on the counter for too long and going bad. So I am just starting by removing all of the items out the freezer. Now, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I have not cleaned out my freezer in probably about 6 months. I'm really good at cleaning out my fridge, but my freezer I just never think to do. But I thought it was perfect to include in this video. We're just going to take care of everything. I noticed there was a lot of spills at the bottom of my freezer, so I'm going to make sure that I clean it out every couple of weeks from now on. So I'm using that same multi-surface spray, I'm using a fresh microfiber cloth, and I'm getting the freezer wiped down. I will say that everything wiped down pretty easily. It wasn't like stuck on too hard. I did have to remove the drawer and actually hand wash that because that kind of had a lot at the bottom of it. But for the most part, everything just wiped right up with my spray and microfiber cloth. I'm not sure why it was easier. I feel like the fridge is so much harder to wipe down, maybe because the freezer was kind of cold. I don't know, but it was super easy to just wipe everything down. So I ended up having 2 of the bins left over from the fridge, and I thought these would be perfect to add into the freezer. And I decided to use one of the bins for all of my beef products, and then I decided to use the other bin for my chicken. I really like the way I am organizing my freezer. I'm kind of putting all of the chicken together, all of the beef together, all of the fish together. So that way when I'm cooking a recipe and I need chicken, I know exactly where to find it. One thing that I want to do a little bit later that I didn't do in this video is I want to label the bins. So that way when my fiance or anyone coming to visit us needs to come in here, they know what's inside of the bin and they don't need to like toss things around. So it just makes it really easy. And I also think labeling makes things look pretty as well. So we are finishing up the freezer. It literally took me maybe 10 minutes to do the freezer because I was powering through it trying to get it done so that way my food didn't start to defrost. Once I finish adding everything back in the freezer, I'm gonna give you guys a run through of how the fridge turned out and an after of how the freezer turned out. So here is a run through of how the fridge turned out. I will explain everything to you guys, how I have it organized. So the top shelf is all of our drinks. We have some Gatorade right here. We also have some sparkling soda, and then we have some natural energy drinks. So it actually has really clean ingredients in those energy drinks. And then we have a strawberry lemonade back there, which we never drink. It's really for our guests. Whenever we have people come over, that's a drink for them. We really just drink water, but occasionally we'll have like a sparkling soda energy drink and sometimes a Gatorade. And then I just have some eggs in this container right here. So that is the top shelf, and then this shelf right here is probably the shelf that we will use the most, and it has all of our fresh veggies. So all of these veggies I wash. We have some zucchini, some squash, broccoli. We also have some peppers, red, orange, and yellow peppers. And then back there we have a container. As you can see, we have a lot of lemon. We love lemon water. And then right here we have some almond milk. I use that for smoothies sometimes. And then we have a green juice. Just have to shake it. I just usually have like 3 or 4 green juice prepped out, but we're kind of running out. So this shelf will usually be filled of like 4 green juices. That's why I kept some space there. But that is that shelf. And then coming down to this shelf, I do a lot of meal prepping. I always try to prep out some lunches and dinners for the week. So this is the remainder lunches we have. And then down here, I actually have a large container of some cotton candy grapes. And then this is also some leftover dinner from last night, which is like a stir fry. So I'm gonna use this space for leftovers since it's the tallest part in the fridge. And then over here, we just have some fruit. We have some chopped up lemons for lemon water. We have some pre-cut mangoes, and then we have the berries that we washed. And then I also have some apples and oranges that I use for green juices. Those are already washed as well. And then back here, we have some chopped up onions, tomatoes you can't really see, some chopped up onions, a tomato, half a tomato, and then we also have some egg muffins that I prepped out as well. So that's kind of like my meal prep stuff as well. And then this drawer is stuff that I don't use too often. We have some guacamole to dip like vegetables in. We have some bread. If you guys have not had Dave's bread, the 21 whole grain, strongly recommend that. That is delicious. We have stuff for some sandwiches, so pepperoni, turkey, some cheese. We also have some bacon for BLTs as well. And then we also have some romaine lettuce at the bottom that I'm gonna use for some like taco boats. I wanted to wash the romaine lettuce, but I didn't have a large enough container to keep the lettuce in, so I just kept it in its bag, and I'll just wash that when I need it. And then this is random, but I put dates in my smoothies, and I just thought this fit perfectly in here, so that is this drawer. Coming down here, we have some prepped out potatoes. These potatoes have been washed and scrubbed, so they're ready to just chop up and use for recipes. And then I also have some celery that we chopped up and washed as well. I make a celery juice. I try to have celery juice in the morning, so I went ahead and just chopped that up, washed it, and then I can just grab and go and put it right in my juicer and have some fresh celery juice in the morning. So I really like how that is prepped out, and I just put some paper towels at the bottom so that way it will absorb any of the extra water. And then down here, this is really simple. These baskets, like I said, I got from the Dollar Tree, and we have, my fridge is beeping, trying to get me to be quiet. We have some onions down here, as well as some sweet potatoes. So I went ahead and washed the sweet potatoes as well. So these are ready to go. And then these are some onions. I already have an onion chopped in the fridge, but this is what I'll grab when I need another onion, right in there. And then I put paper towels at the bottom, so that way nothing will leak at the bottom of the drawer. And for the side of the fridge, this is what we have going on, and I'll explain everything to you guys. So up here, we just have some butter. I like to have butter in this container. We also have some right here as well. And then coming down here is everything that we use all of the time. So I'm always using garlic for recipes. I use turmeric in my green juices in the morning, coconut aminos. I cook with this so often, chicken stock, I'm always using that. And then down here are things that I use for like meal prep. Like I love hot sauce on my meal prep chicken, and I like mustard on my sandwiches, so I just have this here. We kind of use this a lot. And then down here are condiments we don't use very often. We have some ketchup, sriracha, some hot sauce. We have a balsamic glaze, which is really good. We have this like lemon sauce, which is good on vegetables. And then down here, we have some coffee creamer. I don't really have coffee too often. I mostly will have like a green juice in the morning, but if I want coffee, it's down here. Some jalapenos, A1, some coconut aminos, not coconut aminos, liquid aminos, just things we don't use very often. It goes down here. And here is the freezer. As you can see, it is completely filled up. This is why we need a deep freezer. So I'm hoping they come in stock soon. I'm gonna give you guys a run through of how I have everything organized. So this is just the ice maker. And then on this first shelf right here is all of my chicken and seafood. So this bin is filled of chicken burgers, chicken breasts, chicken thighs, chicken wings. And then over here we have the seafood, which we have some shrimp, and we also have some fish right here. I like the chicken and seafood together, and on the first shelf, because we eat a lot of chicken and seafood. And then down on the second shelf is all of my beef products. So everything on this shelf is beef. We have some steak, we have some roast back there. We have all kinds of steak, some bacon, some beef burgers. We have some beef brats. We have some beef meatballs, some beef hot dogs. So this is all of our beef products, and I just use this clear container for the beef and the chicken because I had 2 left over from the fridge. And then coming down from the beef, this is kind of a little bit random. So down here on this side is all of my meats for breakfast. So we have some chicken sausage, two chicken sausages, we have some turkey bacon, pork bacon, and then over here we have some quick and easy meals back there, some ramen that you can just heat up in the microwave. And then right here we have extra sauces. So I buy a big thing of garlic and basil from Costco, and there's no way I can use all of the basil and garlic before it goes bad. So I freeze a couple containers of it. So we have some basil, garlic, and then I think that's basil again. And then right here we have some frozen lumpia that we can just heat up really easy. And then we also have these burritos. If you guys have not tried these chicken cilantro lime burritos from Costco by the brand Reds, you definitely should. They are delicious. And then coming down here is everything I need for smoothies. So I hate that it's at the bottom because I do make smoothies a lot, but it just made the most sense to have it down here because it's the only drawer in the freezer. So I have frozen pineapple chunks, frozen berries, more frozen berries, frozen bananas, frozen spinach, and frozen kale back there. So all of my smoothie stuff is contained in a drawer. I really like that, so I can just grab and get what I need for a smoothie. And then coming up here, we just have these Crustables. We actually got those, a friend was staying with us and they bought those and we just have them left over. I didn't want to throw them away. We don't really eat that, but we just kept them. I may throw them out if they expire. We have some frozen Parmesan cheese up here. And then coming down, we have some frozen almond milk. I buy my almond milk in bulk from Costco, and to prevent it from going bad, I just freeze one of them. And when I'm ready for it, I just take it out the freezer. We also have some frozen cauliflower rice, some frozen corn, so vegetables kind of going on right there. And then down here, we also have some more frozen vegetables. We have 2 bags of some frozen Brussels sprouts. And then down here, we have a bag of beef bulgogi from Costco. It couldn't fit on the beef section, so I just put it down here. And then also we have my rosemary bombs, which I shared how to make these over on Instagram, and it just has fresh rosemary and olive oil, and I use that to cook. So that is back there. So I wanted to finish off the video by wiping down my refrigerator. It was super dirty and it had some fingerprints on it. So I am just using my Magic stainless steel cleaner, which works amazing on stainless steel appliances. Just using a microfiber cloth. You want to make sure it's completely dry because it really buffs out all of the fingerprints. And that way my fridge is not only clean inside, but it's sparkly clean on the outside as well. Okay guys, that completes today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it gives you some inspiration to tackle your refrigerator, get it nice and organized. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy it. Definitely consider hitting that subscribe button, joining the family here on my channel, and I will be seeing you guys very soon with a brand new video. Bye!